Yes, everyone, it is that time. Welcome back to the Final Cut. I am Mark the Movie Man, and we've got a double-fisted review today. Yes, in our Mega Week 6-pack. We're looking at the 5th and 6th can in our 6-pack. The 5th can is none other than MegaSnake. Yes, MegaSnake, starring Michael Shanks, well, otherwise known as Michael Shanks. Yes, Michael Shanks is in this film that was produced mostly, looks like, from a crew of Bulgarian and Russian folks. But it is not from Asylum Pictures. It's a mega movie from Asylum Pictures. And guess what? You can tell. Now, basically, Michael Shanks from SG-1 fame plays Les Daniels, who is a man who's afraid of snakes. He's been afraid of snakes ever since his father got killed by a poisonous snake during a religious ceremony, okay? And so he, fast forward 20 years later, after his father died, and he's become an EMT to help save lives because no one saved his father's life after he got bit. Meanwhile, Les Daniels' brother, okay, he's embraced his family's tradition. He's embraced this religion where they worship the Lord with the use of poisonous snakes, and he goes out and he buys some snakes from a local Native American for a religious ceremony. And while he's talking to said snake dealer, he comes across this jar, this special ornate jar that contains a special snake, and it's Anteka. Okay, it's this evil snake that the Native Americans tribesmen had defeated long ago, and it's the last snake of its kind, and only his people can take care of it. And there's also 3 rules to the snake, similar to Gremlins. Actually, it had a big Gremlins feel to it. But anyway, it hands off of this snake. Well, the brother's dumb, and while the dealer has his back turned, he steals said sacred evil snake. Now, of course, you can imagine what happens there. Things happen, worse comes to worse, yada yada, boom, thing breaks, snake escapes, and hence you have the rampaging MegaSnake as it continues to grow and eat anything alive in its path and regurgitate the stuff it doesn't like. Yes, folks, MegaSnake is a lot better than it might look. It's not from Asylum Pictures. The script is actually fairly solid, okay? The actors are trying to act, even though they know they're in a cheesy B, lower grade horror film, okay? They know that, but they still put forth the effort, at least, to sell their characters, and you can tell there's a lot more effort behind everyone's performance. Now, of course, it's got one big name in it, like a lot of these B films, Michael Shanks, who does carry most of the film, but the other actors do stand on their own 2 feet, and especially there's 2 characters in here that are just hilarious. These 2 old country boys that live next to each other that go snake hunting. They're hilarious. Okay, I enjoyed this movie a hell of a lot more than I probably should have, and I think you will too, okay? This did get 2.5 stubs, okay? The CGI was bad, as you kind of expect from a low-budget film, but on the whole, I think it is an entertaining film, though I gave it a lower rating, and I think it's definitely worth a watch, and it's the best $2 I spent in a while on a film. Now, let's move over to our other mega movie, which is Godzilla vs. Megalon, okay, considered one of the worst Godzilla films ever made, and I tend to agree. Now, you have Godzilla this time around taking on Megalon as well as Gigion, and he can't do it alone, so he gets help from Jaguar. Yeah, Jaguar! Yes, this action figure becomes a living robot, super huge living robot, and helps Godzilla fight the evil monsters. This action figure belongs to one of the most annoying kids I've ever seen on cinema. I mean, this kid rivals the Gamera kid that goes, Gamera! Well, in this case, he's, you know, Jaguar! I swear it's the same dang annoying kid. Okay, folks? This movie is not good. It is not a prime example of good Godzilla films, okay? It's a prime example of the bad ones, where they got lazy. They used footage from another Godzilla film for this film, okay? And then they tried to cash in on the robot craze of the time by bringing in this Jaguar character, which really didn't make any sense at all. There is actually a plot usually with Godzilla films, and in this one there's really an absence of it. It's like they threw all this shit together, okay, Godzilla pieces and parts, to try to come up with a film to promote, I guess, Jaguar. I don't know the whole reason behind it. It's definitely Not worth your time, though. Godzilla vs. Megalon is not one of my favorite Godzilla films. And again, it is not an example of what a true Godzilla film is. If you want to see that, see the original Godzilla. See Destroy All Monsters. I love that film. You know, Godzilla vs. Mothra is always a good one as well. There's a whole bunch of other great Godzilla films that will serve you better and be more enjoyable than Godzilla vs. Megalon. Okay, just skip it altogether. And that'll about do it for us at the final cut. Just one more thing. I want you folks to check out the YouReviewers nominations. Yes, the YouReviewers is a group of YouTube movie reviewers who have gotten together and decided to do their own awards show since the Oscars seemed to just really didn't get right with their nominations this year. So Google them, check it out. It's the Schmoes. Gab and Dad are part of this group. Definitely check them out. I think you'll really like what they came up for the nominations this year. Plus, look for me next week to make my predictions of what they're going to do. I'm not on the in with that, so I'm just going to make my predictions of what they may pick. And that'll about do it for us here at the Final Cut. Till next time, folks, keep that ticket stub.